because all these poems are in public domain.
I thought public domain meant something about the government having the right to seize your property.
That's eminent domain. Now, I think I've got the perfect title for this anthology of old-fashioned verses. It'll appeal to the young and old of both sexes. Well, maybe not the very young or the very sexy, but everyone else.
I think it was a fine idea of writing poems when they were too sad, or when anybody dies.
The idea to get the sense that that was my sister's. Where'd she go? I want her to hear this.
Hey Lou, come on out here. We're working on the book again. So am I. I'm rewriting Wordsworth's Lucy. John's got a good title for the anthology.
Well, I've tried to bring many as you know, but I think this time I've got it. We'll call it Poems of Faith, Hope, Love, and Lust. That's in alphabetical order.
I love it.
Now, my experience in the theater as a play artist helped me a lot on this project. Let's not be afraid to cut things and change things. And as I've told you repeatedly, we must not let historical facts stand in the way of comfort and cheer. Now, how do you fix up Wordsworth's Lucy?
So you know how she ended it. She lived alone and few could know when Lucy ceased to be. But she is in her grave and oh, the difference to me. Now it goes like this. She lived alone and few could know when Lucy married. But we were wed in June and oh, the difference to me.
Good. It takes the loneliness out of it.
I love it.
Now, you remember the poem that begins, "We are lost," the captain shouted as he staggered down the stair. Well, a captain should never stagger like that. No, a captain should never alarm his passengers like that. I've got that off to a happier start. "We're in port," the captain shouted as he staggered down the stair.
Are you gonna let him stagger?
Well, of course. Now, the way I see it, we ought to leave as much in these old poems as possible, as long as they stay cheerful.
Hope, love, and lust. Where's the lust?
Well, I fixed up Longfellow's village blacksmith and got some lust into that. Here, listen. "Under the spreading chastity, the village smoothie stands. A suave and naughty man he is, with soft and sensuous hands."
Do it. See what you think of this change I made in Leland's Jenny Kiss Me.
Let's see. That begins. "Jenny kissed me when we met. Jumping from the chair she sat in." Go ahead, read what you've got.
I've shifted the scene to the Metropolitan Opera House.
Good.
Jenny kissed me at the Met. Leaping at the chair I sat in. That gives it the old scene.
Have you got anything else?
Well, I think we should all put our heads together on the ending of that poem by Thomas English about Alice Benbolt.
That's not her name. The poem begins, "Don't you remember sweet Alice, comma, Benbolt?" We don't know Alice's last name. The narrator is speaking is talking to his friend Ben Bolt about Alice.
I never knew that.
So how does that poem end? I mean the way Thomas English wrote it.
In the old churchyard in the valley of Benbolt, in a corner obscure and alone, they have fitted a slab with granite so gray, and Alice lies under the stone.
I don't want her to be dead. Can't we say an Alice lies on the stone?
It's too suggestive.
Yes, what's she doing lying on that stone all alone?
I never said she was lying there all alone. That girl's no lying alone in cemeteries. You know that. We have to leave something to the reader's imagination.
I think I've got Margaret Fritchie fixed up so it will appeal to young people. I've taken 66 years off her age.
So how old is she in the Whittier poem?
In the original, it goes like this. Up rose Barbara Fritchie then, bowed down by her 80 years and 10. Now here's my new version. There stood Barbara at the door, blonde and only 24.
That gets her out of stuff. And now she's got sex appeal. I love it.
Now, I think I've got a swell new beginning to Tennyson's Beautiful Evelyn, Hope is Dead.
I think that's Browning's, not Tennyson's, but I'm not sure.
Well, we haven't got time to check everything. Why don't we sign it Tennyson Browning? Well, instead of Beautiful Evelyn, Hope is Dead, why don't we say Beautiful Evelyn, Hope is Getting Better?
I love it. Oh, lunch. But first, we ought to do something about Poe's despondent Raven. He's always moving, nevermore.
just keep the raven, but make it more optimistic. Here, I see I can do it.
How?
Well, is there no balm in Gilead? Now that balm is B-A-L-M. Why don't we change it to B-O-M-B? Here like this. Give me the Gilead line, Nellie.
Is there no balm in Gilead?
Quoth the raven, no more war.
I love it.